drawings.
Yeah, you know, like when people say
I'll show you what I mean. Hold on.
You know, when people say they're like, oh, that they people flatline or whatever on the operating table or things like that, and they see the light and they go to the light, and you get people will say consistent sort of things on that. Is the depiction of these machine elves the same? Like, is it?
Well, the depiction is not the same because the depiction of the machine elves is not something you could depict.
Okay.
But
then how do they know they're the machine elves?
Entities. Well, that's the thing. Some people I've noticed have mistaken the machine elves. They will use the term machine elves to refer to any DMT entity rather than the specific one that Terrence McKenna is talking about, or other entities that might be similar that people call the machine elves, but maybe they aren't. What I would basically say is just look at Terrence McKenna's description of the machine elves, and then if someone else comes independently with a description, or Terrence McKenna's description perfectly describes their experience, they encounter the machine elves. If not, probably something else. But there are other things that are more depictable, and we'll see if they come up. Well, this is not what I was expecting. It's not loading either. Okay, what if I maybe refine the search? Well, this. I've seen this. Not necessarily in the kind of Mandelbrot sense.
Now, did you?
But I've seen that.
Did you pre-look this up before you?
I've seen some of the stuff I've seen
prior
beforehand.
to having a DMT experience.
Well, I haven't fully
because it could be your mind.
I didn't see this on DMT.
Oh, okay. See, these are the kinds of things that I have to look at when I talk about stuff like this. I have to entertain the idea that your mind saw it, like you saw it before you took the hallucinogenic, and then you're just recreating it on in that experience, right?
Okay, kind of. That is possible, and that is something worth considering. But when you have like this image, so I think what we're seeing here, this is not something that I've seen,
right? But
what I think is going on here is, and a lot of people will say that this is kind of like the gestury, or a part of the gesture experience that people see, which is a common entity. And I think what's going on here is similar to, if we look up the biblically accurate angels, you get something that looks like this. I could just click this one. Okay, that's not even the complete image. You get something that looks like this.
It's creepy.
Right. I've seen this, but what's happening in this image is quite clearly a depiction of something that you can't really depict in two dimensions, but it's an attempt. So it's kind of like if I'll do the experiment now. I'll see if I can. Let's see if I did something like this, and then we did like fucking that. Right.
Oh, you're trying to create the front of the house?
Oh, so it looks nothing like the house.
That's how you're doing the columns.
Right, but it looks absolutely nothing like the house, but you have enough details from knowing what the house looks like that, that's an attempt at a depiction of the house, but there are so many nuances to what the house actually looks like.
Sure.
That's that. That's that, having seen...
It's hard for your mind's eye to put it down to what you've seen.
Because what I would present is the idea that these are higher dimensional beings. We're a three-dimensional monkey. Mm-hmm. We cannot wrap our head around.
We're trying to transcend
these beings. We're trying, and psychedelics help. But I've seen this, but it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Right, but I look at that. And I can tell that is quite clearly a depiction.
Just like you just did there.
Exactly.
Where I know that you're trying to depict the front of the house.
Even though I'm a terrible
artist. But it's pretty brutal.
there's so much left out.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's what that is. And so with the DMT entities, it's similar